Hi, it's Michelle from Puzzle, and today I wanted to give a little bit more insight on how you could be utilizing the Tools feature. So first, I'm going to dive into Puzzle's own internal workspace that our team uses to keep our internal tech stack organized. And then I'll dive into how you can use the same feature set for your client workspaces if you're on our agency plan. So let's dive into Puzzle's workspace and see how we keep track of our own tools internally. Within Puzzle's workspace, I'm going to navigate to the Tools tab. So here you can see that we land in the tool page where there are tons of tool icons that are visually separated into different areas of the canvas. And our team has arranged these icons intentionally by the function that they serve to our team. So for example, if I hone into this block of tool sets here, this is our main daily operational tech stack. Gmail, Slack, Zapier, Zoom, etc. Whereas this next group of tools are mainly used on our software development side. So right off the bat, visually, we have some separation and understanding of where we use these tools in what function of the business. But of course, context is everything. So if we click into any one of these tools, we'll open up the tool sidebar on the right-hand side where we can see what status is this tool. Are we actively using it? Is it canceled? Are we considering it? As well as an overview, which our team has added information here about how we use Zapier. We also have a Zapier training that is a Loom video that is embedded right here on the step. And of course, as with anything in Puzzle, we have that connection of the roll-up of all of the steps involved, where we can always click on one and jump immediately to that step in the workflows canvas. So this is useful in a lot of ways. Whenever we onboard a new client, they can easily get acclimated to what tools are we using and how do we use them. And even if I'm not involved in one side of the business, I can still come in here to the tools section and get an idea for what tools we're using and why. You can keep track of contextual notes, like when the software was chosen and why it was chosen, mission levels you may have within your team, as well as links to help you easily navigate where you need to get, and of course, any training that could be useful for team members. This can also provide extra context for any tools that the team has historically tried and maybe not have been the right fit, as indicated by the canceled status. And thanks to puzzled structured data, whenever you tag a tool in the workflows canvas, it's automatically associated with this step, which again allows for that roll up here, which aside from being able to quickly jump to that step directly in the workflows tab, this also gives you an idea of just how dependent you are or how integrated a certain software is with your team. For instance, if our team was possibly considering switching from Zapier to Make, for example, we would be able to see, okay, we have 59 steps here where Zapier is involved, and this would act as a checklist or an audit if we were to switch tools everywhere in our business where we would need to consider this switch. And if you are considering new tools, it's easy to just search and find the tool in our tool inventory here. If it already is on your board, you can click the arrow and it will take you straight to that tool. If not, it will show you the add button and you can add it to your canvas. And if there's a new tool that you guys are looking into and it isn't yet in our list of tools, you guys can search for it. And if it's not there, you'll be prompted to add it as a new tool where you give it a name and add the website and save the tool, and it will be added to our roster. That's a bit of insight about how Puzzle uses Puzzle, specifically the tools section. And this works very similarly for individuals or for organizations. And now I want to dive in how you can use it if you're on the agency plan to help keep track of all of your clients' tech stack. So let's go back to all of our workspaces and dive into our Acme client, for example. The benefit of having an agency plan, if you manage multiple clients, is that each workspace is its own relational database. So here in Acme's workspace, I can navigate to the Tools tab, and now I'm only looking at Acme's tech stack, which by default starts out with only Puzzle. And now you have the ability, when it's a brand new client and you're trying to understand their current state, tech stack, to go ahead and start mapping it out here. So let's say they use Monday.com for their project management tool. And let's say they use Gmail. When you're working with a client, this is your spot to understand their tech stack and visualize it and take any notes. So perhaps they're in between Monday.com and Asana. We can make note of that here in their tools tab. I'm going to add both tools, Asana and Monday.com. And let's note that Asana, they are considering it, and I'm going to add the reasons here. Acme is considering Asana for the following reasons. And so again, if we click into any tool, the right sidebar opens up where we can add any context we'd like, including how they're using it, perhaps any rules around how the system is set up, permission-wise, necessary trainings, etc. Who to contact if new members need to be added. All of this type of context can be added here on the sidebar where anyone on their team or your team can visualize it and access it. As an IT consulting agency ourselves, we understand that when you have dozens of clients, it's impossible to remember all of the details about all of their specific tech stacks and why certain decisions were made, which permission levels are required, etc. So this is your truth source for all of your clients' processes and your tech stack. And when you have it all documented and laid out so clearly, you will wow your clients with your ability to quickly remind yourself why decisions were made and easily log into all of the tools that you need to, knowing where it's all laid out. I hope this was helpful, a little insight on how Puzzle uses Puzzle both internally and to help manage our client work. Is there anything I missed? Are there any ways that you guys are using the tools feature that would be useful for our other Puzzle members to hear? Share below and let us know because we love hearing from you all, our very creative puzzlers. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.